course, we have to approach it with care, like with any player, because we don't want to rush players back too soon. If they're able to go, then we'll allow them to go. But the fortunate thing about it is there's enough days in between before we really have to play a game.
How big was it to know that the X-rays were negative when it comes to a fracture?
That was huge. That was the biggest thing in my mind on how to chart the course, was whether there was a fracture or no fracture. If there's no fracture, then we know that the healing time will be different than it would be with a fracture, and there's probably a couple of alternatives that we can do when there is no fracture.
With a quarterback in a boot 6 days before a game, the odds don't look good on him playing. How much does his mobility weigh in on whether or not he goes?
The biggest thing is Darian has to be Darian, and he has to be well enough to help us win. It's no different than things on the defensive side of the ball. We're looking for healthy players, okay? And like I told the guys today, backups, all that means is you're the next guy, and we expect you to do as well as the guys that are playing. That's why we kept you here. So if he's not 100 or what we think to be a good enough percentage for him to play, he won't play.
Are you going to bring another quarterback in if apparently he has to take that after 2 weeks?
No, I mean, Kahari Jones is here, so he knows the system more than all those guys. So before we bring another one in, Kahari will be up.
Because it's early in the season, is that a big factor too, that you don't want to rush things? We saw that similar with Leroy Simon earlier this year.
Yeah, we want to win all games that we're in. But at the same time, it's 42-plus men on this team that we have to depend on to win games. Darian is our starting quarterback, and we have all the faith in him. But the backups, they're backups, and those are guys that we kept here for a reason. So we want to see those guys play if he's not able to go. If he's able to go, he'll go. But whether it's early or late, if he's healthy and he's ready to go, we'll let him go.
How far has Drew developed in the last year since his last start?
Well, I guess, there's probably a lot of maturity there, just being in the CFL and having a year under your belt and understanding what some of the things do. There's no replacement for game time action, and that's the biggest thing for each and every one. People are going to make mistakes. They look good in practice, but once the lights turn on and it's full speed, that's when you know what you really got.
With the way the running game is performing, how much easier would it make that for Drew or any quarterback who has to step into that system that Darian?
Well, you can't become one-dimensional. If you just if you worry about the running game or you rely on the running game too much, then they'll start teeing off on you. At some point we have to continue just to have a balanced attack. Whichever quarterback's in there, he's going to have to throw the ball. We won't go in saying we'll rush 40 times now and throw just a couple of times. It'd have to be a balanced attack, and of course, run the ball always opens up the pass.
Preparations for Drew Willy. Does he get a little extra attention this week because of the case, or does he just sort of get the same reps that Darian or Darian?
Yeah, well, it would go like it would if he was the one, then he'll get the 1 reps, and Tino would get the 2, and then go from there. In my mind, either Darian's the 1 or the 3. That's the way it goes.